Only on the zone, August 16th, Moses Itauma, the next heavyweight superstar, faces his greatest challenge, Dillian Whyte, back to remind the world he's not done yet. Itauma versus Whyte. Click the link in the description to buy.
Itauma just stopped Dillian Whyte in a round. I mean, did it even go 2 minutes? I don't even think it did. Where do I start? For a fight that's so short, there's actually quite a bit to unpack. I mean, where do we start with this? So, as you all know, I've been very, 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 very impressed with Moses Itauma pretty much since day dot. I've seen a couple of his amateur fights back a couple of years ago, and he looked the business then. So I've not been surprised that they've moved him along fast. They were trying to break Tyson's record, which they obviously won't do now. But they've been matching him very well. He's been looking good, looking impressive, looking powerful, looking fast. It's just phenomenally quick. It's unbelievably quick. And they announced this fight with Dillian Whyte, and I thought, okay, you know, my original reaction to this fight being announced was Itauma's going to do him pretty quick. It's going to be over. Probably like that. Dillian Whyte's chin is just shot to bits. He looked awful last time out against Ebenezer Tete. It's probably going to be over in a couple of rounds, if even. All right, that was my initial reaction. Now, Dillian Whyte does a couple of interviews, looks in good shape, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe you can, maybe it's just for show. But then you see footage of him training, and you're thinking, okay, maybe we've got something here. Maybe we can, maybe he can go a couple of rounds. Not saying he's going to win, but maybe he can go a couple of rounds and, you know, pull something out. You know, maybe just be competitive. We've questions of Itauma that we need asked. Maybe Dillian Whyte is the guy to ask them. All right, and that's what we're thinking. Maybe, right? So, you get the fight week, and Dillian Whyte is very much in a, you know, it's the Itauma show, and being very respectful to Itauma. Now, some people were saying maybe that's Dillian Whyte trying to play mind games with Itauma, lull him into a false sense of security. Others were saying maybe it's him checked out. Again, I was kind of like, nah, it's probably him just playing the mind games. He'll probably get taken out, but Itauma will go rounds. Dillian Whyte weighs in, career lightest, or no, sorry, not career lightest, but lightest he's been in a decade. And I spoke to a few people in Saudi who were there today and said that they think the scales were a little bit off and that he actually could have been lighter, right, believe it or not. So everyone was buzzing for this. Now, I did say, I think yesterday in the video I did, that maybe Dillian Whyte, could he have taken the weight off too soon? Could he be a little bit weak? Who knows, right? But either way, we go to the fight tonight. They're both in the ring. Dillian Whyte looks on it, and here we go. It's fight night. Now, from the get-go, the speed was a problem for Dillian Whyte. Itauma was just too fast. You could see it. That hand speed, like that. It was just phenomenal. And you're just like, oh God. For me, you could see the writing was on the wall. Because although Dillian Whyte looked good in there, he looked old. His legs didn't look right. The snippet we seen of him, he just didn't look right. He had that weird guard where it's like a Foreman-esque guard where it's just like, you know, try and get through. Itauma was able to land a shot, a grazing kind of left hand that just grazed the top of Dillian Whyte's head. It hurt him, it backed him to the ropes. The combination puncher from Itauma and the hand speed. Dillian Whyte has been in there with Fury. He's been in with Povetkin, Joshua, etc. He will have never experienced hand speed like that. That hand speed is just, it's actually insane that a nearly 250-pound man has hand speed like that and coordination like that. He has God-given ability. I mean, this kid is so talented, it's actually unfair. He really is. I'm not saying he's perfect, but the talent is just insane with this kid. He opens up a combination. Dillian Whyte is gone. It reminded me a little bit of Tyson Fury when he got hurt against Alexander Usyk. He's holding on to the ropes, he's languishing, he's all over the shop. He's like a fish out of the water. He doesn't know where he is. The Itauma's following up. The combinations are there. They're wicked. They're speedy. They're powerful. And then he lands a short right hook. Bear in mind, from the southpaw stance, a short right hook. Bang on Dillian Whyte's chin. He goes down. He hits the canvas. Legs are completely gone. Now, The referee had a decision to make. Let it carry on or stop it. Personally, I think he made the correct decision. There's no point for Dillian Whyte to be pushing 37 years old at the end of his career and get knocked out devastatingly like that. The fight then ends in the first round. Moses Itauma is your winner. Tremendous performance by Itauma. I really do have to say that. This kid will be world champion sooner rather than later. As for Dillian Whyte, I am not going to pretend that this was a Dillian Whyte of yesteryear who had a lot going, who could take a better shot and was willing to fight through anything to give even just one shot. That is not the Dillian Whyte we have anymore. I'm not going to even try and gaslight someone into thinking that we have a fraction of that Dillian Whyte left. But at the end of the day, we did see fully on display the talent Moses Itauma has. And it's vast. It's vast. As for Dillian Whyte, I know Addy doesn't like it when I say it, but I'm going to say it. Stick a fork in him. He's done. That's what I got to say on that one with Dillian Whyte. I really do. That's what I got to say on it. It's just, he's done. He's done. The punch resistance is gone. His body just didn't look right. He's done. I'm sorry, he's done. Itauma, if Alexander Usyk, who was looking for a exemption with the WBO, if he doesn't get said exemption, Joseph Parker will be elevated to full champion. They're both Queensberry fighters. Make it. Make it happen. Make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. Because I think, honest to God, we need... The only way we're going to get questions asked of Itauma is if he's in with truly world level. Because he's not going to get asked... David Adelaide, who was on the undercard, he's not going to ask him questions. He's not. Who was on the undercard. Philip Hrgovic might not even ask him questions. He might actually, because Hrgovic is just unnaturally tough. But you know what I mean. He's just so flipping talented. Just move the kid along. Just get him. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. He's just phenomenal. He really is. I'm not saying he's perfect. He could have a chin like a poet. He could have a heart like Charles Martin or Malik Scott. You know? He could have that. But just in terms of raw talent, he's just so phenomenally talented. And this, from a PR perspective, is just exactly what they needed to do. Because everyone knows Dillian Whyte. People are tuning in because that was Dillian Whyte fighting. And to see this kid do that to him in a round, just phenomenal. It truly is. It really is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope to God you enjoyed the video. If you could, smash the like button, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. And people, until next time.
Only on the zone, August 16th, Moses Itauma, the next heavyweight superstar, faces his greatest challenge, Dillian Whyte, back to remind the world he's not done yet. Itauma versus Whyte. Click the link in the description to buy